Marisa, back again for more live reactions to
Kaitou, Sentai, Lupinranger.
This is Keisatsu, Sentai, Patranger.
Pew pew, pew 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 pew.
Alright, so, this is the big, week of Power Morphicon. I broke out, my old PMC shirt from, I believe, 2007, the first Power Morphicon.
Don't look at me, man.
Yeah, so this will be my 6th Power Morphicon.
My 3rd.
Yeah, I believe you're 3rd or 4th. So I believe you went to the first 2, and you went to 4. So this will be your 4th, actually.
4th, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I went two in a row at the beginning.
Yeah, because you've been going to the even-numbered ones with plus the first one.
Alright, yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to be leaving bright and early Thursday morning, and then Marisa will be joining me Friday evening.
I will be hopping on a plane Friday evening after work.
Yep.
I'm bringing Dr. K, and I'm bringing, if I can find all the pieces in time, my Vita costume, because I want to wear it to meet Angie.
Which will be kind of great. And then I'll be wearing my standard Database Ranger outfit for a good chunk of things, as well as I'll probably be, seen wearing my wearing my staff T-shirt a good chunk of the time as well. And I may be walking around with a bit of the new Phantom armor, because it is. I did put on at least enough touches that it is.
Yeah, we've actually filmed with it now.
I just filmed with it earlier today for the first time. It's looking pretty great. It could still use a few more touch-ups here and there, but it is film ready.
Age 7 and under in this apartment complex, and when he was filming with it, I was just like, I want to take him outside and watch all the kids scream.
Yeah.
Like, they would have no idea, I don't think, most of them, who Phantom Ranger is, but they'd still look at that and go, it's a superhero!
Yeah. I was just double-checking, because it occurred to me to double-check to see if the schedule has been updated.
27?
What's that?
Are we doing 27?
Yes. Because the schedule has been released for Power Morphicon, I will be doing trivia again this year. That is a lock. The exact time and evening of trivia, the time and day of trivia has yet to be finalized.
Ah, okay.
So,
because last I heard it was Friday.
That still has yet to be finalized.
I wouldn't be able to make it to that.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons it hasn't been finalized.
Just trying to get it so I can go.
Hopefully that should be fine. I'm involved with events planning, so I will be seeing and helping proofread the final schedule. But it's coming along, and hopefully we should be getting our last bits of conflict resolved. Basically, anytime that a preliminary schedule comes out and says subject to change, that's usually because not every guest has necessarily had a chance to fully review the schedule, and conflicts arise.
Yes.
So, in broad strokes, the schedule will largely remain the same, but there may be a few individual events shifted around to meet.
To accommodate needs. I mean, yeah. Especially those of the big name guests.
Yeah.
Like actual Power Ranger actors.
Yeah.
Those people, like, if they're like, look, I can't do it at this time.
And then, yeah.
Lower tier things like trivia or fan films have a tendency to get shoved around to make room for what the real stars need. Because they are the real stars.
I mean, I've sort of been a running official, unofficial guest for like 5 times in a row now.
Yeah, well, that's why I was putting a difference between, like, the fans and the subject matter experts and the actual people who produce and act in Power Rangers, who have a lot more clout and they get to decide what they want, and the rest of us work around them.
Yeah.
But that's fair. That's so fair.
If you guys do see us at Power Morphicon, please feel free to come say hi. We say hi to you each week. Feel free to come say hi to us.
I know by Sunday I'm going to be, like, in street clothes hiding. Be like, I don't want to cosplay anymore, everyone keeps talking to me.
Yeah. Well, it's only going to be 2 days for you this time.
Yeah. Last Power Morphicon,
But
I dropped early.
I'm gonna be there for
Not
zero
last
night
one, but
for the
one
first
before
time.
that.
So
the last time I went.
I will actually be there Thursday evening for the first time. I've never been there on a Thursday evening, so that'll be nice.
I went back to the hotel before Sunday was even done. I was so done.
But anywho.
And then you called me up. You were like, "Do you want to help?"
Yeah, because I was helping Greg Aronowitz close up his booth, and I know how big a fan.
Do you want to carry things around for Greg Aronowitz? It's like, I will get my shoes back on and come up.
Exactly. Oh, and
I don't care that I'm doing scut work. It's for Greg Aronowitz.
I know. I showed off my birthday gift last week. I have started assembly. I did my little rabbit copter, RH03, I believe. So I managed to assemble this guy.
Obviously in rabbit form at the moment, but it does transform.
Yeah. The transformation involves mostly popping things off in some places and putting them in other places. But yeah, it's delightful, and I'm looking forward to assembling the rest.
That's 30 plus pieces in that little thing.
Yeah, and I put it together in like an hour or two. So.
I'm realizing I keep sliding British.
Why? Oh, because you've been watching.
I've been watching too much Super Nanny today.
You and your TVs. Anyway, so let's watch these TVs.
Yeah.
The Super Sentai TVs with the shows and the things. So time for episode 27 of
Kaitou Sentai Lupinranger.
This is Keisatsu Sentai Patranger. Dancing afterwards.
I love how we both did the same reflection even though we didn't rehearse that.
There we go.
He's a chicken.
Yeah. Okay, a little bit of a chunky one. Yodor.
Spry like a spring chicken, talking like a dirty old bird.
Oh my.
Yep, we're having the chicken puns today.
Yep. I'm assuming I wonder if this guy will go down faster. He's gonna have an early escape.
Oh yeah, he could just be a cold open monster.
Yeah.
He's completely defeated.
But he seems a bit...
He's gonna fly this coop.
Yeah. Huh? Oh, what's his special ability? Oh, that's not good. He's got compelling voice going on.
Yeah, he has.
That's not
What
good.
is that feeling? What is this feeling?
Mysterious treasures left by the Phantom Sea Foss and Lupin, known as the Lupin Collection, have been stolen by the ganglers. The thieves who fight to recover what they've lost. The police who fight to protect world peace. Whose side are you on? Bang, 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 bang. Yami no nakade Futeki ni wa aru silhouette Kono shutai Shiritake ya catch me if you can Destiny yokoku suru Honto no nuchi wo Rikai suru Monada Hanatsu Mongai Fushutsu no collection Lupin Gareni Maru Chase you up Ubakesu Ushinai Shitoki wo Tokasutame Daiaru Mawase Lupin Sametukuru Chase you up Yatsurani Adu Azayakani Lupinranger It's showdown. I got tripped up around my Rikai Suru Monodaki.
And I just gave up on Konoseki Jujutsu Mamoru-tame.
You know, we're halfway through the year. I think we're doing pretty well.
Young man with your build, become a fine martial artist.
What? This guy is apparently being a very aggressive marketing person.
Just a chef who was passing by?
Well, that's what he is. He is a chef. Oh, there's the chicken. Alright.
Okay, so the dude in the workout clothes is a gangler.
Yep. How did I get here? That's unsettling.
For the empty-headed martial arts.
Okay. This is slow motion battle. Not interested. You're a ranger. You engage in martial arts all the time.
Someone else.
This is very strange.
How did I get here?
So is he training his army here? Is that what he's doing? Assistant instructor is who?
Who do you think?
I don't know. Oh, it's Sakuya, right. It's ridiculous.
He's wearing his ridiculousness under his sleeve.
I can see. What? Why is Kitaro, you're so clueless. Everybody's just kind of rolling with it, except for Noel, and he's just like, this is weird.
This is probably a gangler.
What? Jogging? Okay, sure.
I think
that is a good warm
he
up.
has his ridiculousness on under his gi as well.
Yeah. It's got the little puff of his...
Sakuya has a...
Stretch it up. Okay. Yep, there you go.
Has a ponytail on the top of his head.
Yeah, a little bit. This went jazzercise very fast.
I was gonna say, this is not martial arts. This is
like we started with a little warm up. It's like, okay, jogging. Yeah, you can start off with some jogging. That makes sense. And then okay, maybe some stretches. Okay, now you're jazzercise.
This is just aerobics.
This is with no doubt empty-headed martial arts. And he's like, okay, sure. Why is this a thing? Do the muscle boy. That's an interesting combination of words there. Wow, he's actually spelling out muscle in English.
He also said kick.
Yeah. I swear I've seen kids doing this dance.
This is Sailor Moon now.
I don't know what this is anymore. Why is
he washing dishes to Gosh's theme?
No, that's not Gosh's theme. Gosh's theme is a little bit, I don't know, huskier, I guess you could say.
It's the same notes.
It's very similar, yeah. That do is kind of the theme of the restaurant. I love how Chuma is just so, like, straight-faced about all this. And Sakuya...
I'm sorry, is his ponytail up in one of those little mini scrunchies that you use on small children?
Yeah, probably. I think we've seen that on...
The fluffy ones that are not actually wrapped in fabric, but in fact are more of a caterpillar-type texture.
I don't know. Why would I ever... Okay, this is a good pairing. This is a good pairing of characters. Sakuya and Tuma. Just the brightest bubblehead guy. And
Sakuya Senpai.
Oh wow. This is so ridiculous.
He's sick of being the kohai.
I feel so great. He's Kairi and Umika just have no clue what's happening. They're not looped in on any of this.
Clearly not.
It's like 3 weeks. Wow, this has been going on for quite some time. Time for more practice. I love the irritation level meter. Oh my god, please keep doing that. Give me my romance, senpai. Oh yes, there it goes. Oh, it is mounting. Tuma is not down with all this.
A variety box of jellies.
Oh man, he's gonna lose it. No, I do not call you bro. Don't come at me, bro. Resignation. He just can't take Sakuya. It's nothing else. He just can't take Sakuya. Oh my god. Oh, if he strokes his chin, that's his tell. That's why he wasn't convincing the one guy, but then he... Okay, I hadn't noticed that it's the chin. I mean, he'd been doing it each time, but I hadn't really noticed it until they drew very clear attention to it just now. I love Toma's irritation meter. It's fantastic. He's trying. He's like, same as usual. What?
Noel has a gold butt.
Of course he does. Go muscle. Well,
it is a little kid scrunchy.
Yeah.
Where are the rest of the students?
Yeah. This is such a bizarre Jedi mind trick of an episode, and I don't know where it's going right now, because it's like, why are you jazzercising them? Yeah, this is just straight up aerobics. I'm right there with you, Mika. I'm right there with you. Feel like we're watching something we shouldn't. Alright. Oh, Sakuya. Yeah, Sakuya. Those two together is just such a fantastic mix. Oh, he would know who Sakuya is, but not who Toma is. He wouldn't know that Toma's who. It's oh my, take this box of oh guy. Or gear, however it's pronounced.
Thank you to the.
I think that actually that was the word he said in Japanese was very similar to bombastic.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's ohagi fermenting.
Yes, it does.
Listen to me, Sakia. Oh, he spotted the green glow. Alright, Tomo's finally figuring out what's happening.
So, apparently this old man's crocheted belly band is supposed to be protecting us from seeing his glow.
I guess so. Yeah. Yeah. He is. He is so embarrassed. Oh, poor Toma. Yeah, you probably shouldn't ignore Sakia. You should probably deal with that, Bob. He really wants to ignore Sakia, though.
I mean, really, why not? Why not ignore Sakuya?
He really hates him so much. It's amazing. It was a bomb. That was pretty bombastic. There we go, his chicken's been cooked. He is so shocked. Wow, they showed up quick this time.
No.
Oh, okay.
Just stand there, morph.
Yep. I love Hammer's face. There we go.
I mean, maybe
I wonder why they weren't fighting Mr. Chunky Chicken earlier. It was just Lupinrangers earlier.
Oh, that's a good question. What? Explosive eggs.
I guess so. Or they look like tennis balls.
It looks like zonically. Are they the same species? Which one is zonically?
I'm not sure. I'd have to look that up.
Ow.
Yep. You were being controlled by a giant chicken. This is your life. They're just having a discussion while the Patrangers are just getting beat down.
They must go through so many Patranger jumpsuits.
Entirely possible. Oh, nice. That works.
I was just thinking about, I mean, look how many...
Oh, it's a mini dragon dagger.
It is!
That's adorable.
I thought I recognized that. But it's too small, but yeah, it is. It's a dragon.
Well, I noticed on doing a little bit of research the other day that a lot of although we thought that, they were repurposed props,
they're not. They're...
Some of them are, but many of them are actually just inspired by previous props.
Rendered small enough to fit in the safe.
Exactly.
I was going to say a thing, but I forgot the thing.
That one was a pretty clear reference right there.
Oh, that was totally Dragon Dagger.
That was an adorable Dragon Dagger. Ooh, nice.
Where's that? Oh, I was talking about...
They're resting on the ground, I guess.
Because Patrangers had all kinds of serious, like, dirt and grass stains on the white parts of their uniform
Yeah,
just
exactly.
now. And the thing is you might get that out of blue or red, but you may never get that out of white without bleach. And their suits contain things that are white.
Oh, that is a nice finisher. That was a combo of the fire train, the thunder train, the cyclone, and his normal X-changer.
Ooh. Have I not seen that before?
What?
On her back, when she went to do that, you could see the belt feeds.
Oh yeah, she's been doing that since like first episode.
I never noticed the belt feeds on her back moving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got to blow him up. Now it's your turn. Okay. They're being nice.
Yeah, well, Kachiru can't wrap his head around that.
Kachiru can't. Keiichiro can't wrap his head around anything.
It's true.
He's very stupid.
Maybe that's why Sakuya's write-ups need to be so very clear.
Yeah, pretty much.
So Keiichiro can understand.
Oh man. Oh, yeah. We're about to see the results of his training. There we go. Why? This is so... What? How? What? Are you supposed to actually... he's so just like dismayed. What were you learning?
Aerobics.
Where did you learn that? I learned it from watching you. Here we go. Ex-Emperor to the rescue.
Okay, since clearly you guys are not going to actually, do what you're supposed to,
yeah.
Noelle has to save your butts.
Yep. And they're just... He's so sad that... he was even paying money for this thing. He wasn't just brainwashed into doing aerobics. He is not happy. He wants to leave. Crate and bike. Okay, yeah, sure. Here you go. He is so upset that he just now realized that he hasn't been doing martial arts this whole time. He is so slow in the uptake, and he is so upset right now.
Someone's fired up. Oh yeah, he is.
Boom.
Oh my goodness, he's just yanking on those things. It kind of reminds me of...
Oh my...
Yeah, I saw.
He was doing his dance.
Yes, he was. I was about to say it reminds me of angry Shinji in the Evangelion, pulling on the things and it won't move.
Oh, nice. Oh, I like this. Check this. He's swinging. It's like the most ridiculous. That is a ridiculous finisher. You are swinging around the monster on a crane arm and smacking him with your yo-yo arm. Yeah, you lost weight. Yeah, we noticed. Yeah. They're working so hard to make him feel better.
And he's crying.
He feels so violated. He feels so violated.
I really want one of those lapel pins.
Yeah. That was a... Oh, looks like we're getting the,
Lumika's dad?
Oh, it's gonna be a birthday, I guess. But it looks like we're getting that new Zord finally.
That looks like another chicken.
He looks a little chickeny.
Having a poultry theme? What's going on here?
I don't know, but it looks like we're getting that Zord that Noelle got off of Kogure.
Yes, I see.
Apparently is a main body Zord, which I wasn't anticipating, so that's pretty cool. Oh man, that episode was a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie, that was a completely, random romp of an episode.
That was some quality filler.
This episode, this series does deliver pretty well on its filler, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my goodness, I loved it.
That was a lot of fun. And even though I was asking, like, why, like, I didn't actually need an explanation for it, because I know it was all mind control.
Yeah.
They really just took the whole mind control thing and just ran with it. Like, I mean, there's the question of, why does the chicken want to run a dojo for jazzercise? But
that would be the biggest question.
That's really the only question. And
so
I'm like, you know
motivations. What was the Gangler thinking? Because everybody else's things make sense in that the Gangler was controlling their minds, but what exactly was the Gangler?
My only question for an episode is, what was this mind-controlling chicken's deeper motivation? Then I'm in good shape.
Well, think about it this way. We had those Ganglers who were, like, trying to be chefs and stuff like that. So maybe this Gangler's, life goal is just to be a dojo master, and he doesn't know martial arts, so he's tricking people into doing aerobics while still calling him the master of the dojo. He just wants to be the master of a dojo.
He wants to be senpai.
And then he gets a call from... probably master whatever, like, hey, you got a you've got a policeman on your class.
Yeah, just give
Did you
him a
have
bomb.
him bring a bomb by? Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
He wants to be a master, just like Sakuya wanted to be senpai.
Just playing Toma off of Sakuya was beautiful. I can't believe that it's taken this long for those two to have, like, that level of interaction, and that was amazing.
You know what's very interesting to me, and this is going to sound a little bit weird, but the fact that the Rangers spend so much time in, these very tight jumpsuits, but then when Toma got caught in the very tight jumpsuit, he acted like he was naked.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude... You wear blue spandex on a regular basis, and you're embarrassed now.
That's not spandex, but the point remains.
Like, I don't have my cape. I'm so embarrassed. I'm wearing spandex without a cape. I feel so violated. You felt so bad for Toma, and at the same time, it was still funny, which is a fine line to walk, because it's difficult.
There's a fine line.
I feel like so many, you get a lot of cringe comedy in sitcoms.
Yeah.
And I don't actually like a lot of it.
Me neither. That's why I don't like all the sitcoms.
But this was genuinely funny, while also kind of being cringy. It worked. Like, you genuinely felt bad for Toma, while also finding his situation hilarious. And that's a fine line to walk.
You know who walks that line really well?
Who?
The Good Place.
Yeah. I think part of it is that the characters... I think it's that the characters really need to be in just truly absurd situations.
It has to be truly absurd. Because if it's too relatable, then it hurts.
Yeah. It needs to be truly absurd, and it also needs to be not entirely of their own making.
Yeah.
Like, but something that's still funny due to their personality.
Even if it is entirely of their own making. I mean, I hate cringe comedy, but I love a slamming door farce.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is often of their own making, because somebody told a lie and now they're trying to do it. But the thing of it is that it doesn't rely so much on cringe comedy as it does on timing.
That's the thing.
All of the timing.
That's the thing about farce, especially like Noises Off, which was so much fun to direct. Back 8 years ago
that
now, or
one time I got to go on was absolutely hilarious.
Oh yeah, for tech weekend.
Yeah. I was a female understudy.
Yeah, but that was just that's a fun show.
I got to go on for the housekeeper the one time I went on.
But yeah, this
sardines, bags and boxes of sardines.
But it's great because it was an absurd situation.
So absurd. I mean, they're jazzercising and they think it's a martial art.
That was made better by the character choices. Like, if this was any other characters in the show, it wouldn't have been as funny. The fact that it was Toma and Takuya having...
It was the goofball from one team and the serious business person from the other.
And this is the biggest goofball and the most serious.
I know they try and say that Kichiro is the most serious, but he's not.
No, he's
not.
He's the most...
He's the most angry.
He's the most aggressive.
But he's not the most serious. Toma is the adult in the room.
He is the deadpan.
He really is.
Like, nobody...
He's also the cutest.
And the guy can wear a leotard. I'll give him credit for that. But...
Although Umika's given him a run for his money. I love her, I don't know why.
But yeah, just that deadpan throughout was perfect for the situation. Meanwhile, Sakuya's just exuberance was diametrically also perfect.
And he had a little ponytail at the top of his head with a little kid scrunchie.
Because there are really two ways you can go when you're having this absurd situation. You have to have either somebody who's totally not into it, and the other person who's totally
into it. And his motivation was sad. He just didn't want to be the kohai anymore. He wanted to be the senpai.
Like, this would be like actually one character pairing that we haven't really done in Power Reviews yet, but might pop up at some point. Would be like Guy and the Morpotsners.
Yeah. I can see the Morpotsners running a jazzercise martial arts class.
That'd be beautiful. This I think might be the most fun episode that we've had all year. We were laughing our heads off this whole run.
So funny. I loved it.
Just the fact, and then the fact that the jazzercise was completely useless in the Megazord until he just raged out on the chicken. And you gotta love having the phrase, dancing in the giant robot was useless until he raged out on the chicken with the swinging crane and his giant yo-go doing his thrust dance. I don't even know what that was called. I don't know. I feel like that's a dance that exists. I feel like I've seen that dance.
Yeah, I think it's...
I've seen like random things like...
Makes you go insane, yeah.
Yeah, it's not the Time Warp, but it is...
But it does seem like the part where you're doing the hip thrusts.
But that fist pump single kick...
But it's the pelvic thrust.
Yeah, I know.
That part.
But I swear I've seen like, just like scrolling around through Twitter, like every now and again, like I'll pass, they always retweet the Twitter videos in random places because, man. But, you'd see like a little kid come out and do like this dance. And then like another kid joins them. And then you have like a whole line of kids all doing that dance. Like that is a thing. That is like a meme dance.
Well, for a while it was part of the Q-Ranger dance. And then they realized...
But they didn't have the little kick.
No, they didn't have the kick, but they did realize they couldn't do this anymore.
Exactly. But specifically that fist pump with the kick is a dance. It's like a meme dance that's out there. And they incorporated a meme dance into their final move.
That's funny.
He was so angry his visor caught fire, and then the eyes of the Megazord caught fire.
To the point where the chicken actually noticed.
Yeah, he's like...
Speaking of which, when Tsukasa said, you know, he looks like this other monster, are they the same species? I'm wondering if this is another case of partial suit reuse.
Maybe. I'd have to look it up. I don't know if I can right now, because
we're using your mouse on my computer, because I've left my pen in my office.
Yeah, let me see.
Probably. If I haven't left my pen in my office, then I've lost it, and I'm very upset. But
okay, this is actually choosing to work at the moment. The clicker on my touchpad doesn't work very well, and usually doesn't work at all. So let me do a quick check on this monster. So this was we heard Beador, and this is Pyodor. I don't know where these come from. Oh, it's opening. So this might have a comment on what they were referring to.
What Tsukasa... I thought she said it looked like it was related to Zonically.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one that is.
See, Pyodor's suit would later be retooled and recolored as Zonic Lee's suit. So Zonic Lee came later?
Oh, maybe that's the monster for the next episode. Let me see. Episode... I don't know what episode that is.
Said it looked like another chicken.
Yeah, maybe that is the next episode. Maybe they've been hunting that monster, and that's the monster we'll see in the next episode.
Could be. Because I swear...
Oh, this is...
Oh, it's a movie, isn't it?
It's one of those, it's featured on a fan club video. That's what they're referring to. Okay.
Okay.
So it is...
Continuity and placement takes place between episodes 27 and 28.
Yeah.
As the Patrangers mentioned Zonic Lee and Pyodor possibly being from the same species in episode 27.
There we go.
Which we've just watched.
That's a little weird, but I'll roll with it. A little nod to main series episode thing. They do tend to have I am amazed at just how much content they put out in a year.
Insane. You know what it kind of reminds me of was the Game Theory video, where they were trying to figure out how old Ash was.
Yeah.
And how many times he referenced really obscure small videos that were
exactly.
He's like, and this short was exclusively shown on Japanese airlines in 1998.
But can you imagine?
So apparently these shows have those too. These just little short things that are shown specifically for one thing, and
I think I showed you one for Go Busters, where it was like Beat versus Stag versus Enter, or something like that. And that was where Enter stole Go Buster Beat's powers and had his special Go Buster Beat form.
You did show me that, yes.
I think that was a direct-to-DVD thing. I think that may have been a fan club video thing. But yeah, just the fact they managed to pump out like 50 of these episodes a year, plus a movie, plus all the supplementals.
And any given shorts that they've done for any other reason. Because, I mean, they do seem to, with a lot of Japanese media, have shorts which are exclusively shown with this, or exclusively shown with that, exclusively on the airplane, exclusively before such and such another unrelated movie.
The levels of production that must go into putting out that much content that quickly.
I mean...
That is a machine that American TV could only imagine to be able to match. Because it's not just, you've got things like soap operas and shows like that, but this also has all the effects work going on, all these monster costumes that are being designed and fabricated week in, week out. That's an incredible amount of work.
It is.
I'm always just blown away by
Well, they're going to be using some of the same techniques as, Tomo News. And I know you don't like Tomo because it has a lot of things on it, like, so-and-so had a cockroach in their ear.
It's a lot of tabloid news.
On a daily basis, they are putting out new CG animations.
Well, that's fair.
So they are... I looked up the company that makes them. They say that they are the fastest animation studio in all of Asia.
Fair enough.
And it isn't necessarily tabloid news, because the guy really did have a cockroach in his ear.
Well, that's true. Okay, fair enough. It's a lot of, like, they do a lot of gross out stuff.
Yeah,
which
they
I
do.
don't like.
They have a lot of gross out, but they also have things like, people getting dragged off airplanes.
Right.
It's very cringy news, though.
I don't...
But I've seen some other stuff that wasn't so cringy, like when they were explaining how they're going to kill the mosquitoes in California by breeding these specific male mosquitoes, that if they breed with the female mosquitoes, the eggs will never hatch.
Oh, okay. But anyway. Yeah,
that being said, over in Asia, they apparently have a very competent and quick turnaround on a lot of stuff in effects and CG animation.
I feel like they must be...
I mean, that's kind of that's why Red Eye went under.
No, there were other reasons. That was...
Right, but they were up against that Korean company.
Well, yeah, basically it was that... It wasn't that we were up against them. It was that they were... a Korean company had previously... This is referencing an internship I had back in 2007, which is why I was in California for the first Power Morphicon. I was working at an animation studio that was producing... That was animating for Tak and the Power of Juju for Nickelodeon. So I got to actually animate several scenes for a Nicktoon, which is great. What had been going on until that point was they had been working with an animation studio, I believe in Korea. They wanted to bring animation services back to the United States. This group of guys pitched themselves as a studio that could do it. They formed their studio around the contract for Tak and the Power of Juju. They were going to do several episodes. Unfortunately, they only ended up being able to animate a single episode within the timeline of the contract, specifically because another group that they were contracting with
the render farm
to handle their render farm didn't have everything set up for them to be able to do their lighting and rendering work, so that slowed down the pipeline.
So as animators can animate as much as they want, but if you can't render it, you're screwed.
We couldn't get it in time. We couldn't get everything done in time for the deadline. Our lighting guy was just sitting there at this place, not being able to do anything. Yeah, basically twiddling his thumbs.
Because the render firm was screwing around.
And that was a great place to work. And I was an intern there for an 8-week summer, and then I went back home at the end of the summer.
But incidentally, the one episode they did produce is the one that you did do some work for.
Because I was there right from the beginning, right from when they opened. So if you ever see the episode "This Bites" of Tak and the Power of Juju, it's the Halloween episode with the zombie teeth. I did some of the scenes with the teeth like advancing.
And one lip sync.
And the one lip sync with the tiki head going. Can't you see the Skeletor Breck is in love with the one thing that can destroy him? I wasn't the voice actor. I wasn't a voice actor. But I animated the lips movement for the giant tiki head.
Who am I talking to?
Who am I talking to?
That was the second part of the line.
Yeah, that's true.
He did that whole 10, how many seconds that is. But he made the lips move.
Yeah.
On the tiki head.
So that was my CG.
And it's not just a clap tiki. It had actual.
Yeah, it was lip movement and everything, which was really cool because that was my first time ever doing lip sync, and it was good experience. It was a great summer. So that kind of pulls things all back around to. I'm so looking forward to Power Morphicon again this year.
We're probably going to be late next week.
Yeah, we'll probably be a bit late releasing the next live reaction because we won't be back until after midnight on Tuesday.
You see,
so we'll probably try and record this Wednesday evening next week, which means that if it gets out Wednesday night, it'll be late Wednesday night
or Thursday,
or it might be a Thursday.
Yeah, because on our way back from Power Morphicon, we're stopping by Arizona to see a friend of mine that I have not seen in years in person because she moved out to Arizona and she's now sick and unable to travel.
Yeah, so we're going to be visiting
we're
a friend on our way back. So that's why we won't be getting back until late Tuesday night.
But I have work again on Wednesday,
Yeah.
so we have to get back on Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
Because Monday and Tuesday are my weekend.
Yeah,
I'm actually using PTO to go to Power Morphicon.
we'll be spending Monday and Tuesday in Arizona.
And that's actually why I don't go every year, is because I have a job that works weekends.
Yeah. Whereas my job situation has always been a little bit more flexible during the summer.
Yeah. You teach and stuff.
I've been through quite the random gamut.
Well, either that or you had, part-time gigs, or you had 9 to 5 where you work during the weekday and you don't need to take time off for the weekend.
Well,
like when you worked for the state, you didn't need to take time off for the weekend.
That year, I still took
You took Friday.
I took Friday off. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I took any other days off for that.
I don't think so, because I remember getting you at the airport at stupid o'clock at night.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no wait, this was the 2014 was, we both went for 2014. Mm-hmm. So I guess I did just take that one day off.
Because
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was the one time when I was working a 9 to 5 and going to Power Morphicon. Since then it's been I was teaching that year, so I had the summer off. Or I was 2010. I was selling Cutco, so
you make your own hours.
That one was a crazy week because I went to.
That was when I picked you up and we went directly to the More Potsner's wedding.
Yeah, I had a work conference in Ohio that same week, so I carpooled out to Ohio, left Thursday night at midnight to get to LA for Friday. Spent Friday and Saturday at the con, left midnight Saturday to fly back to New York, where you picked me up with the suit in the car. I changed in the car to go to the More Potsner's wedding.
And if I recall correctly, that is also the same one where you lost your shoes and got in trouble for letting Bulk and Skull have a pie fight.
Yes, that is my claim to fame there. That I did get in trouble for not stopping Bulk and Skull from having a pie fight. I'm sure that plenty of you who are familiar with Power Morphicon have heard that story.
That happened on his watch.
That was on my watch. That was my bad. They were very nice about the whole thing.
It's not like they even asked permission.
They treated me to.
Yeah, they took him to the bar afterwards after he got in trouble.
Bar. I was telling them about how all the crazy stuff I was doing that week and how.
Hey Paulie.
And then I'm like and how this one girl had referred to me as the cute staff member with no shoes, and then Jason Narvi just looks at me and he's like, wait, I've been talking to you all weekend. How have I not noticed this?
Then Paulie comes back to the bathroom.
So Narvi's like, hey Paulie, yeah? What color are this guy's shoes? And he doesn't look down, he just looks at him. Fleshy? I was the only one who didn't notice.
That's a great story.
I've told that story so many times.
I know.
That was just, those guys are great. And
so we can't wait to see all you guys at Power Morphicon this weekend. It's going to be great.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
We'll be late with our next video because of the trip, but you'll have it by Thursday at the latest.
I will let you know that Power Reviews is coming along quite well. It's unlikely that I'll be able to release it
before you go.
Before I go. Maybe I might be able to see about possibly doing a trailer this weekend.
Yeah, we got enough footage.
Yeah.
We
have all the footage.
Earlier this afternoon.
Although there is one shot where the sound got screwed up today.
Ah!
And it's literally the last shot of the episode with one word. And I'm looking forward to releasing that episode so you guys can see that one word, because I think you guys are really going to dig the cliffhanger for the next episode.
Is the one word what?
Yeah. No, it's not. It's a different word. I'll tell you afterward.
No, I'm joshing because that was the end of so many episodes.
I know.
What?
I have a system where I either end it on farewell Ranger fans and let the power protect you, or I'll end it on whatever the first line of the next episode is going to be.
In this case, it's that.
And in this case, it's one of those. Nobody has actually ever picked up on that third rule, though, or at least nobody has made a comment on it, that any episode that doesn't end on what, or
farewell Ranger fans and let the power protect you,
will end on the first words of the next episode.
Which can kind of be inferred as a to be continued.
Yeah.
Kind of situation.
Which we do a lot of.
Yeah.
With the possible I'm trying to remember if I actually did that one.
Saga?
Oh, with the with the saga for with the Summer Saga where we had those parallel stories.
Yeah.
No, I did. I pulled it off too. I just made sure they were bookending the same words. I think it was okay. I think each one began and ended with okay. If I recall correctly. Anyway, okay. So let's wrap this up. So see you guys at Power Morphicon. But if not then, until next time. Farewell, Ranger fans, and let the power protect you. Leaving on a jet plane, onward to Power Morphicon.